Good morning, everybody, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Hope you're having a good one. Now, I'm going to do a story on a headline which I saw in a very reputable newspaper, this newspaper article online. Who the fuck reads newspapers these days? But you know what I'm saying. The Independent was a newspaper. Now, of course, it's a news source online on my phone. I'm scrolling through it this morning on Twitter and I see this. Jake Paul accepts Khabib's MMA offer on one condition. Yes, Khabib Nurmagomedov, the great, the GOAT according to some people, left MMA 29-0. Since then, he's gone off, bought his own MMA promotion. He renamed it to Eagle FC, yet to have their inaugural event. Got some good people signed. San Diego Sanchez, signed Kevin Lee. No doubt there's others. They're the only two that I know right now. However, Jake Paul, and this is where it all gets a bit fucked up, and I apologise. Jake Paul, 5-0 as a boxer. Make of that what you will. And he's teasing a move over to MMA. So I'm kicking the bags and all that type of stuff. Khabib has reached out. Khabib Nurmagomedov reached out to Jake Paul and said, hey, brother, listen, I give you a first fight. You want to fight MMA? Come fight in my promotion, brother. And Jake Paul, according to The Independent, according to, who is it that wrote the story? And I'm sure he's a great reporter, Harry Latham Coyle. Harry Latham Coyle says, Jake Paul accepts Khabib's MMA offer on one condition. Right, and then, in fact, I'll read it out. Listen. Very misleading, very clickbaity. Khabib and Jake Paul could meet on the YouTuber's MMA debut after Paul challenged a former UFC lightweight champion to a fight. Jake Paul, who has a record of 5-0, has been training as an MMA fighter, and he eyes his chances to swap combat sports. Khabib extended an offer of assistance to train Jake Paul and assist in preparation. And the 25-year-old agreed to the partnership under one condition, that the undefeated Khabib would be his first opponent. I mean, I don't know where to start with this crock of fucking nonsense, crock of bullshit, you know what I mean? It's all clickbaity nonsense, and that's what I'm doing as well. Jake Paul gets numbers, let's talk about him. This is more directed to all these fucking dickheads out there that are keeping this thing alive, keeping it going. I mean, just break it down. Khabib's offered to Jake Paul. Jake Paul says, Khabib's offered him a fight. Khabib said, I'll train you for the fight. Jake Paul says, yeah, sure, I'll take it as long as you train me. So Khabib's going to train Jake Paul to help Jake Paul beat Khabib. I mean, that is the stupidest sentence I've ever fucking heard in my entire life. It's just never, ever gonna happen. Kind of like Jake Paul fighting someone his own size who's currently in his prime. That's also never gonna happen. Ooh, Bisping, you're a hater. Maybe, I'm not. I'm just kidding though. But let's be honest, Ben Askren. Anyway, Nate Robinson. I mean, where do we go with this? Listen, if Jake Paul wants to fight MMA, great. He's saying he wants to fight Conor McGregor in MMA. Once again, not going to happen. Never, ever, ever going to happen. And he said he wants to... Conor McGregor fought at 145 featherweight for the longest time. Now he fights at 155. Yes, he fought at 170. And he may fight at 170 again. And he probably weighs... Well, who knows what Conor's weighing these days. He's put a lot of weight on. Maybe 180, something like that. Maybe 170. Who fucking knows? But Jake Paul says, yeah, come up to 190 and fight me there. Conor is a smaller guy. Okay, no disrespect, but he's in the featherweight and the lightweight classes. Jake Paul would be a cruiserweight in boxing. Once again, Jake Paul, quit being a little bitch and fight someone your own size. Khabib fighting Jake Paul, that's never going to happen. You got to remember. All right, I just want to tell you about iTrust Capital. Did you know that you can invest in cryptocurrency while saving for your future? Yes, that is right. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies in a crypto IRA and get all the same tax advantages as a traditional IRA. iTrust Capital allows you to invest in over 24 of the most popular cryptocurrencies, and unlike the stock market, you can buy and sell 24 hours a day. Listen, it's time to start taking control of your financial future. With iTrust Capital, you get all the tax benefits of a retirement account whilst investing in crypto. And there's a special offer to our listeners. iTrust Capital is giving away a $100 funding reward when you sign up at iTrust.capital/Bisping. iTrust.capital/Bisping. With iTrust Capital, you get tax-free trading, no sign-up, no monthly fees, and now $100. Start investing today with itrust.capital/Bisping, or just click the link in the episode description down below. Khabib is still under contract with the UFC. Right? Dana wanted him to fight and they tried, and God knows what kind of offer they made him, but it was talked about for a while. But he did the honourable thing. He made a promise to his mother and he said, I'm not going to fight. Okay, so well done to Khabib there for sticking to his guns. I, as a fan, would have loved to have seen Khabib have one more fight. And wouldn't it have just been nice to have that 30, you know? That would have been beautiful. Just to round up that number would have been nice. Like with me, I retired, I think, at 39. Would have liked to have one more because I had 40 fights. Of course, they weren't all undefeated, but whatever. But for Jake Paul to be going out there and saying he'll fight in MMA against Khabib, I mean, what the fuck is that anyway? No amount of training from Khabib or from anyone is going to have you beating Khabib. Yes, he did a little bit of wrestling when he was at school, but he's not, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that. Guess what? I haven't researched Jake Paul's wrestling credentials. You know why? Because I've got better things to do. I'm going to the gym. I've got business calls. I've got things to do. I've got more YouTube videos to do for you guys as well. So I haven't looked in. I haven't Wikipedia'd Jake Paul's wrestling credentials, okay? So maybe I'm wrong, but I heard he wrestled a bit. Most kids, if they like that kind of stuff, if they're a little bit of rough around the edges or they just enjoy sports, most people in America wrestle a bit at school as well. And maybe he went on to college, whatever, great. But he's far from a Khabib. He's far from potentially the greatest of all time in mixed martial arts. And this journalist, I mean, that is kind of a hack job, isn't it? Going out there, talk about a misleading title. Talk about a misleading title. And listen, at the end of the day, you know, we're talking about fights that they're just not going to happen. You know what I mean? Jake Paul versus Khabib, never going to happen. Jake Paul versus probably someone like Conor McGregor, probably never going to happen. And Jake Paul versus someone his own size, probably never going to happen. Just kidding. But what else have we got? Oh, we've got George St. Pierre taking on Oscar De La Hoya. We were talking about that for a while. George is under contract with the UFC. Khabib versus anyone, that's not going to happen either. Do you know what I mean? Ngannou versus Tyson Fury, again. You know, talking about these fights that aren't going to happen, and you never know, maybe they do happen down the line because, you know, who knows? Time can fix everything and things can change. Contracts can run their course, you know, so things can happen. But we got lots of great fights to look forward to. Do you know what I mean? Let's focus on them. I mean, just next month, we got Robert Whittaker taking on Israel Adesanya. I mean, what a fight that is. I cannot wait for that. Yes, Whittaker, he got handled very easily the first time out by Adesanya. But he's improved, he's got better, and he wants a second stab. That's incredible. We've potentially got Dustin Poirier taking on Nate Diaz. I mean, report on that. I want to hear about that. Is that fight going to happen? What else have we got? What else have we got? What's the next pay-per-views as well? We got some big ones. We got some big fights, so let's talk about that. But hey, listen, Jake, I guess, gets the clicks. Khabib gets the clicks. You put them both together, and you're going to get clickety-click-click. That's probably why we did this video this morning. It's not actually. I just saw it and I just thought, oh my God, is there any end to this nonsense? Anyway, there it is. Right, I've got to go. I've got to go work out. You know what I mean? That's probably, let's be honest, the main reason why I'm doing this video right now is because it gives me another reason to not go to the gym. Oh, I know, I'll just do a quick video. Oh, I'll take this phone call. Oh, I've got to send a quick email. No, Bisping, you lazy bastard. Get out the seat, turn the camera off, stop acting like a kid on YouTube and go to the gym. And ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what I'm going to do. Have a great day. Take care. Subscribe. Ring the bell. You know the drill. All the best.